This is an old TV swivel table. Now the top of it will swivel, depending on, back in the day, you had those big TVs. So, and it's got, there's the swivel, you can swivel it. And then there's those little latches that they have to hold this table together. It's those twist nuts. And this is a good piece of furniture, a wood piece of furniture, not like that pressboard stuff. And I'm fixing to dress it up. Okay, so I've got my table upside down and I've got it on my Lazy Susie. I talked about that in another video. If you ever find one, you need to get it when you paint because it really makes things just real easy. So you don't have to go around the table comes to you. So I'm going to use this same chalk paint that I used on the chef robe in my living room. Now I'm not that fond of this paint because it is thick, and that's the same paint, and I won't say the name again. But I'm going to water it down just a tad because it is so thick and it dries really fast. And then if you get too much on, then you really got to sand, and I don't like doing all that sanding, especially since it's excuse me, raining outside, and I don't want to take it outside to sand it. So I'm just going to put me a little water in here and put me some paint in there, and I'm going to stir it up, and then I'm going to use my, here it is, my big brush, and that's for, it goes on really good when you're using these big brushes right here. It cuts your painting down to just a little bit of time. So I just got this much water. I'm fixing to add it to it, and then I'm going to stir it up. Actually, I'll probably just use my brush, stir it up a little bit, and then I'll start painting. Just a little bit goes a long way, especially when you got this big brush right here. It really covers a lot of space in a little bit of time. So I'm going to keep going all the way around, and then I'll let it dry, and then I'll give it another coat. Okay, so I've got the first coat on here, and then it dries fast, and I'm fixing to go in with my second coat right here. But I was bent down trying to turn the thing on, got paint all in my hair, so I gotta wash it anyway. But anyway, back to that little bowl I was telling you about. I don't know why I call it a travel bowl. I guess it's because it's plastic, but it works out real well because when you're painting, you got somewhere to stick your brush. So I'm going to let that dry just a few more minutes, and then I'm going to go in with a second coat. Okay, so I've got the second coat on, and I've done the top, and I'm letting it dry. And I'm thinking about putting a skirt around it, so I'm going to check my pile of material and see what I can come up with. I found this curtain that was in my pile of stuff. I got to take the hem out at the top and the bottom. But what I like about it is this little ruffle, this little lacy part right here. And so that's the part that's going to be on the floor. So since it already had a nice cute little edge, I'm going to try to make that work. So it looks like I'm going to need maybe about 25 inches tall. And then I'll need to cut it again, sew it together so I'll have enough to go all the way around it. Going to take it to my surgeon machine and gather it up a little bit. And then I'm going to staple it to the top up here. While I'm thinking about it, I think what I'll do is leave a section open. Cut it right through here so it's so I can open it up, and then I can have me a little storage bin in here, so that way I can get to it. All right, so what I said was 25 inches from the bottom up, and so here it is, and so that just means I need to cut off a wee bit, because that's the part I'm not going to need. I wonder if everybody has this problem, or is it just me? Okay. Make sure that's 25. And it is. Okay, so I've got it all ruffled, and I'm fixing to go all the way around it. And I'm just going to give it a staple and just about every couple of inches until I get all the way around. Okay, so I got it stapled all the way around, and I left me two openings, one in the front and one in the back. Let's flip it over and see what it's going to look like. Ugh. Yeah, it's going to be just fun. Then I can put my little box in here with my stuff, and I need to clip some strings. I always need to clip strings. And so now I'm going to work on the top. I got a little something I'm thinking about, so let me get it off the table and onto the ground. So there it is, and I was thinking what I would do is decoupage a little something to the top of it. Okay, so I've got a couple of sheets. They're not all the same, but they're similar in contrast and color to these. Now you can get these at eBay, Amazon. You can get them. You can get lots of them on Etsy. So pick out the kind that you want, the theme that you're going with, or the color hue that you're looking for. And I don't burn mine or anything. I just tear them out, and I just tear them out along the lines of the shape that I want. And pretty much what you're doing is just getting rid of the white edge around there, and then that leaves like a rustic edge to it, like that right there. And then when you Mod Podge it on, it doesn't have that sharp, crisp edge on it. So I've got a couple of sheets that I've picked out, and I'm going to do the same to those, and then I'll arrange them on my table like I want them before I cut them out. I mean, before I glue them down. So that's what I'm fixing to do, and then I will be right back in just a minute. Now I have these right here, these little ink pads. That one's open. This one's not. I haven't opened this one yet. This was a pigment ink stamp. It's acid free. It won't harm your photos if you had, you know, regular photos that you wanted to. There it is, acid free on that one. I don't know if that other one says it or not. Pigment. If the other one says pigment ink. But anyway, what I do is I just take this out off right here, and then for the edges, if I want it more darkened, rustic, you know, I just go all the way around. I'm not even showing it to you. Okay, let me show you like that. From right like that, and then it gives like more like this burnt edge looking. That's what I was talking about a while ago when I said I'm not going to burn them. When I first started doing this stuff, I did take a lighter and I did burn the edges, but it was hard to get them down on my paper, on my project, because when I go to Mod Podge it on, the burnt part would smear. So these things work really great, and it gives it that old rustic look. So might want to check into some of those. I think I got that upside down. Okay, so after I did that first one, I said I wasn't going to do all of these, but after I did that first one, I just thought it would look better if they all matched instead of that one being like that. So I'm going to touch all these up. Like I said, it gives it that little burnt look, and then it gives it more of a antique-y, rustic looking feel. So I will do that since I did that first one that I said I wasn't going to do. Okay, well, let me finish with these. This looks like a hot mess right now, but when I get them Mod Podge on or decoupage on, they will lay down and everything will be coming together. Now, it never goes exactly like you think, so I've just got it laid out to about what I like. What I try to do is focus on the edges first, so that way it lines your table up. And so I am fixing to start decoupaging them on, and I am fixing to show you the trick that I found out a long time ago so you don't have bubbles. So stay with me. So this is my craft jar. This is my glue that I used. What I do is I just use this cheap glue that I get from the Dollar Mart, this glue or dot glue or just that cheap glue. And then what I do is I pour it in there and then I fill it half water, half glue. And then I shake it up really good. And it goes on real good. It's sort of thin like. I don't want to shake it before I get the top on it real good. But anyway, then you just shake it up and then you can start using it and just lightly cover your surface first. And then put your piece on there. And then I'm going to show you what I use to make it not bubble. Okay, I'm going to start in the corner. So, here's my little brush and my glue that I've made. And I'm going to start in this corner right here. Sorry, we'll go through the rest of it. And so, this piece I didn't do the burnt edge because it's going to be under there. So, I'm just going to work my way down. And then I'm going to put some glue under there. Get it on there nice and good, but thin. And then I'm going to line my edges up to the edge of my table. And go to my next piece. Now, I'm going to show you my handy dandy little trick. Well, I lost it. What I do with it? I had it in my hand. Hold on. Okay, found it. It is just a card. That's all it is. It's just a card. But what you do is you take it and you run it across your piece. And that just smooths it right out. I mean, I wish I knew that a long time ago because I was doing some pieces. And when I got through, they were all bubbly and I hated it. And I got rid of them. But this right here will just smooth your pieces right out. That is just so smooth right through there. And you just keep working your way down until you get them all done. Then when I get through with getting all these on, what I'll do is I'll take my glue and I'll go over the whole entire surface. And then I'll take my handy dandy little secret right here and I will just push it on down, Now, have your paper towels ready because you're going to need them. Because when you push it down, wipe it off. Push it down, wipe it off. I'm telling you, this is a lifesaver and everything turns out just as smooth and nice. So, let me keep going and then I will get it halfway on. I'll show you where I'm at and then we'll just keep going from there. Okay, we're moving right along. Let's see, I think I want this one right about here. You just decide where you want them and slap that glue on. This is a little cheap glue brush I got from the Dollar Mart, and you can wash it out, use it again, or if, you know, you get 3 in a pack, so you could throw it away if you wanted to. But, you know, I try to use mine as many times as possible because I don't like to waste. So, let's see, I think I'll just stick this one right about here. All right, and then I got the glue on the bottom, and so I'm just going to take this card. I'm telling you, you don't need all those rollers and everything they try to sell you. Just get you a card. Now, it would be nice if that Kroger card still had money on it, but it don't. So, you just keep working your way around, And then when you get through, then you take little small things if you need fillers, you know, if you maybe have a crack or something somewhere, and you just, you know, lay them down, and I think there was 2 of those. Just lay them down and, you know, wherever you want them for fillers if you're not liking the way it looks. So you can just keep layering it until you like what you like. Okay, here's where the paper towel comes in handy. And I keep losing my little, here it is. Okay, so I've got it all done. I like it is. I added me some little butterflies, so a few little clocks for fillers. And now what I'm fixing to do is take my glue, and I am going to spread that out on my table. All over my table. I'm going to do patches at a time. Now, take my card, and I'm going to run it one way. Wipe it off, run it down, wipe it off. Keep going and keep going. And that puts a little seal on the top of it. And then when I get through with the whole table, woo! Okay, so there's a boo-boo, but never fear. I'll just do this side. Wasn't going to do it right now, but I am now. So, you know what? When you're watching my channel, you're watching real stuff, because everybody makes boo-boos. Okay. Let me run that down. See how much glue is coming up? I don't know. I guess you can see that. Okay. See? Anyway, that puts a thin coat all over the top of it. It gets a little messy, so have something under your table. I'm telling you, this card is the way to go. You don't never have to do nothing else but the card. Just lightly put it on. Now, I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to show you what I do after it's all dry. Okay, so after I've gotten everything on and it's really dry, now that when you put that other top on there, it'll make it a little tacky, but you got to make sure that it's really dry, and preferably, you know, put it out in the sun. But it's cloudy today and it's raining here where I'm at, but anyway, after that's done, get you some of this. This is this clear, it's like a lacquer. What does it say? It says ultimate coverage crystal clear acrylic. I said lacquer, acrylic. But anyway, it's good stuff. And shake it really well, and then take it outside, and just whatever you do, don't start in the middle. Start at the edges and do a sweeping motion all the way down until you get through. Now they've got some, this is just what I have left, but I have some that I really like, and I didn't save the can to show you, but it's it says 3 times the coat or something, so you can put it on 1 time and it's like it's got 3 coats on it. But anyway, make sure you put your lacquer on it, and it'll last you a long time. Well, okay, all through, all done. There we go. I got my skirt around it. I've left my opening right here for me to get in. I'm going to put me a box under there, a decorative box, and for some more storage. I always need storage. And this was my project, and I hope you like it. This is Frankie's DIY Life. Hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. It helps my channel. And until next time, God bless.